All right, what is up, guys? Today we're on the GoPro Hero 8 Black Edition. They had a killer 4th of July sale that I couldn't pass up on. If you watched the Phaeton video, I used this for the in-car footage. I like this thing a lot. So if you guys will recall the last drift event, we got a little damage on old Big Booty Judy's booty back here. The old 4-door sliding queen. This was already like this for the most part, but the whole bumper is kind of not so attached now, and we caught a pretty nice grasp of the wall there. However, this drift event is a 6-hour drive from here, so we're going to, for one, try and get that bumper attached a little bit better, but two, if you'll also recall, at the end of the last drift video, my serpentine belt for the alternator and power steering tensioner lost the pulley on track. I lost the washers that go between, well, there's one on each side of this pulley. Luckily, a friend of mine, Shane Pipkin, pulled this tensioner assembly off his actual G35 drift car so that I could have it ready to go drifting this weekend. So I'm going to pull the bumper off real quick just to make it easier to get to that bottom tensioner bolt, and then we'll get that loosened up, throw the new pulley on there, throw the belt back on, and then we'll try and situate the rear bumper. We also kind of should address my battery tie down situations. Not the most professional. Obviously it worked for the most part, like it hasn't moved, so that's good, but I'm gonna try and situate something a little more concrete there. Battery is out, the new serpentine belt, well, the old serpentine belt, the new tensioner is on. I actually tightened the bolt that time. So here's what's interesting about the way we had my battery connected for this last event was we had an AutoZone like battery tie down and a zip tie on the back because of the way the factory battery mount works on the firewall. And the rubber stuff broke, but the zip tie didn't. So I mean, that's just as tangible as any sort of battery tie down I could imagine, but we're gonna try and come up with something better. All right, so I found a little L bracket and I was inspired because I knew there was these pieces of aluminum floating around everywhere. So I'm just going to cut a strip that I know will fit between those two little plastic bump things in the battery. I don't know what I'm talking about here, guys, just you know what I mean. And I'm gonna cut a strip and then bend it at one end for an L so we can bolt it to the firewall, and then drill a hole in the other side so I can use the other half of that AutoZone battery tie down that's actually attached to the chassis. And I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. This side of our little L bracket is going to get bolted to here from the back side, like so. And then the other side here goes to this wing nut assembly thing I've got over here. And then once that's in, that bolt will be pressed up against that airbox pretty tight. And I'm going to throw some Loctite on both sides, just some normal strength stuff. Just gonna hit it with a coat of white primer because this stuff dries really fast and I can just come back out here in 10 minutes and finish putting it together. That way if it slides around, touches either end of the leads, I know it's aluminum, but just in case, just so nobody has any reason to think there's gonna be any metal touching the battery leads at any point that's not supposed to. All right, leave me alone. All right, boys, there it is. The battery is snug, not going anywhere. So I'm gonna put everything back together. Then all we gotta do is figure out how I'm gonna keep the rear bumper on. and she's ready to rock. All right, final piece of the puzzle. Let's get the bumper at least mostly back on. We got these cute little zip ties all over the shop, so I'm just going to drill some holes where the factory mounting points are, and we'll run them that way. I finally re-drift stitched all this stuff right here, so the bumper is mostly back together right there. Figured since it was off I could do it nice from the inside. I got one zip tie here because it's still attached to the stock position over there. And I should have thrown another zip tie in there so I could pull that back under the light where it's supposed to go, but whatever. And then there's this little tab here that connects into the bumper to let them be all floppy, so I'm going to throw that tab in and then just put one of those big zip ties right here so that piece is back together, and then I might as well have a brand new bumper. There we go, guys. Bumper's secured. Alright guys, Sean's the best kind of friend you can have, because not only did he give me a limo, but he gave me two 18-inch tires that we're going to take with us, go burn them up. I got everything all loaded up today so I can just leave tomorrow after work. Gas can, jack, all the tools are up front. I've got a few sets of tires. This is why you drift a sedan, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Coupes are overrated, boy. Get yourself a big booty Judy. So got oil because VQ. So I got it all loaded up. I'm gonna park it, but we're gonna take it for a quick victory lap to make sure the alternator is alternating. Gotta throw the front bumper back on. I'm glad this happened because I forgot that I was gonna grab this jumper pack. I was wondering how many starts I would get without the alternator, you know, alternating. Ooh, I don't like that. This is a weird angle, but we're gonna try it. It's hot out, and this car, of all the amenities that it does have for a drift car, not AC. There we go, kinda. No, not really. A lot of traffic. It's real nice to have power steering again, let me tell you. Perfect time to go for a test drive in 5 o'clock traffic, but you know, beggars can't be choosers.